This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Three-pointer, and it's Suggs with the three. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. On the wing, Isaac. And it's Denver with a rebound. Here's Murray. And he drops it in from the low post.
And with a defender in his face, Murray is fearless.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. He said Nikola Jokic is so intelligent. He said we know the offense is going to run through him. So all we can do is mix up our looks defensively. And then at the other end of the floor, make him work on defense. Try to wear him out a little bit. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
The kick out to Banchero. Pass to Black. Shot clock at 6. The Magic need to put one up here. The three from Suggs. And again, it's Orlando with a three.
Well, it's great to see Suggs become more and more confident as a jump shot.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Murray. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Isaac. Here's the break. Here's Suggs. Pass to Black. Gordon with a steal. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Orlando leading by 5. Up top, Banchero. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Gordon outside. Back to Murray. Here's Brown. Right wing. Clock at 4. Here's Jokic. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. .141 left in the opening quarter. And coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
And everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing with him.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Jokic with it. Screen by Gordon. Second shot opportunity. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has gotten his second bucket.
Well, what really makes Jokic special inside isn't just his size, but his gracefulness.
Pass to Isaac. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver, trailing by 5. .41 seconds left in the first. Clock at 6. Here's Jokic. Oh, rejected by Isaac.
You get great length from Isaac. He gets the hand up, gets a piece using that big wingspan.
Nuggets trail by 5. Murray deciding where to go with it. From deep, Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 7 points.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The Nuggets.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Suggs, no good. Nuggets trail by 5. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them. He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And it's Wagner missing.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. And another shot. Look at Jokic going to work inside.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Orlando with the ball. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Well, that's what Caldwell Pope was out there to do. A terrific shooter from three-point land.
Inside. Oh, they pick off the pass. Westbrook taking his time here. He takes it in. Oh, Jokic hammers it home.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Pass to Wagner. Now Caldwell Pope. And the rate of player ejections going up in recent seasons, Stan.
Well, Brian, players these days certainly have a voice in a lot of things. And when it comes to critiquing officials, they're not shy. We see complaints on virtually every call in games now, and the referees seem to have had enough of it.
So it's Denver now, following the bucket by the Magic. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for 1. And coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me, because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
Now here's Westbrook. No made baskets yet. Here's Jokic. It's stolen. And the Magic pushing it up now. For 3, Anthony. Denver grabs the miss. It's Jokic, high post. De Silva with a rebound.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Wagner, right side. The three. That shot, no good. Nuggets trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Jokic. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Jokic has got 16 points now.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Wagner. And stolen by Jokic. Here's Marion. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It goes on Cole Anthony. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
Now here's Porter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And making it look easy. Even with aggressive coverage, Porter Jr. finds a way to score.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Rebounded by Marion. The Nuggets lead by 4.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Here's Porter. Off target at the rim. Got it up. The shot, no good. It's been all about Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets. Dominating on the glass. What a quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Now here's Murray. Down low. Missed inside. Magic trail by 4. To the inside. The kick out to Banchero. Pass to Suggs. Banchero the screen. To the wing, right side. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. And he knocks the jumper down. Suggs has got 8 points.
And when you look at Suggs' numbers, here's a guy who has really improved his shooting.
For 3, Gordon. Orlando with the rebound. Will stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the line.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it, and you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
Now here's Suggs. Give him 8. And it's Wagner missing. Outside Murray. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Banchero.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And not wasting any time here. Suggs is quick on the draw off the catch.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. Banchero right side. From downtown. Rebounded by Marion. The Nuggets lead by 4. Pass to Jokic. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Second chance effort. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac.
Well, what else can you do against Jokic but get as physical as possible defensively?
And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Right around 3 minutes into this second half.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Murray.
2 minutes.
And here's Jokic. 17 points in the game. The shot goes as the ref calls the blocking foul. And he's on his way to the line.
Another bucket from Jokic. He could dominate scoring-wise every night if he wanted to. He is that good.
Here's Black. He's scoreless. They set a pick. Suggs outside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role. Guards like Murray, they are so good when they're attacking the rim.
Ben Carroll the screen. Back to Wagner. Watson with it. He's picked up by Ben Carroll. Gordon outside. Outside Murray. Screen by Gordon. Off with the layup. Magic trail by 4. Pass to Black. Inside. Isaac. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, inside the paint, Isaac is a pro, using his size to get himself a high percentage look.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Magic. Now here's Suggs. He's got 17. On the wing, Isaac. Now Suggs. Pass to Black. Back to Suggs. Just 4 to shoot. Wagner for 3. It doesn't go for him. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. The Nuggets on top, leading by just...
The Nuggets, 37.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Wagner on the wing to take the lead. Knocks down the triple. Wagner's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Jokic. The shot no good. Nice D from Wagner. And Carroll with it. Checked by Murray. Suggs outside. Wagner right side. Here's Ben Carroll. Oh, Ben Carroll throws it down.
And this is why you must push Ben Carroll out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Pass to Brown. To the middle. And Gordon with the big finish.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Back to Suggs. Down low. Here's Wagner. Suggs outside. Shot clock at 3. Wagner with a screen. Let's go with a 3. Suggs, no good.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Jokic up top. Lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got 22.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
To the paint. Finds room and goes for the jam. Ben Carroll.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Gordon on the wing. Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. Can't get it to drop. Orlando leading. Here's Black. Wagner with it. Suggs outside. Here's Black. Gordon with a steal. Wagner with a steal. The kick out to Banchero. The 3 from Suggs. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic with it. Screen by Gordon. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Banchero. It's rebounded by Banchero. Here's Orlando. They lead by 1. And here's Suggs. The layup off target. Outside Murray. Jokic screen. To the right side. And the layup is good off the glass. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, when you need a bucket, run the offense through Jokic.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Back to Suggs. Pass to Banchero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Now here's Murray. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And now a 3-point Denver lead.
Well, that's the way Murray can create chances. That's why you want him with the ball in clutch situations.
Wagner outside. Pass to Suggs. 4-3. Yes! Oh! An enormous three-pointer!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Shot on the wing. Murray, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Suggs, no good. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Banchero.
Finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Brian Anderson. Along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Back to Gordon. The rebound by Yabusele. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too. This is a growing trend in the league as I see it. Strong move and a little spicy, too. Embiid's passion for the game, the way he plays, I love it.
Now here's Murray. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. The three is up. Pure from three-point range.
Boy, the defense has to respect Murray's range. I mean, there's a reason he's a volume three-point shooter.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Nuggets. The biggest focus on the defensive end, the big man, Joel Embiid. Coach telling me that they've talked a lot about how to defend Embiid. They have a great film session on it, but at the end of the day, he said Joel is a monster down low, so there's only so much you can do. It'll be fun watching the process do his thing tonight, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And here's Porter outside. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
And the basket by Embiid.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Jokic. Doing some damage on the offensive end. Putting up a little over 14 points a game. Now a timeout called by Denver. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. Porter from outside. Rebound by the 76ers. And 6'10" with laser-accurate quick release. Clark, Michael Porter Jr. can make the game look so easy.
It looks to me like he's really settled into his role, and he's embraced that. And he's worked through his own injury challenges, so there's a level of perseverance and resilience and grit that he's put into his book bag along with that fluid stroke and his athleticism. He's become a better rebounder and a better defender as well. I really like what he's become to this point in his career as a player.
Embiid's shot is good.
Inside, Embiid has almost too many options. A lot of ways he can get it done.
And then Porter with the dunk.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Embiid. Here's Ivy. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. Hey, get this guy in the dunk contest. Porter Jr. capable of some nasty throwdown.
Back to Ivy. Pass to Grimes. And stolen by Jokic. Now Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
And Gordon's eyebrows go up when he sees an opportunity to drop the hammer. This guy is a phenomenal athlete who throws it down with some major force.
Now here's Ivy. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Outside for Porter. Puts up a three. Gets the three to fall. Porter's got 10.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Pass to Grimes. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Yeah, 3 turnovers already and some frustration starting to settle in.
They've been out of sync since the opening tip. I mean, they've got to take better care of the ball.
Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Pass to Marion. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Just 4 seconds left now in the first quarter. Embiid. Michael Porter. He's been the guy making things happen for the Nuggets. He put together 10 points in the quarter.
14.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Inside. And the jam by Drummond.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helps.
And the shot is good by Westbrook.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Gordon outside. Pass to Maxey. Now Drummond. Out to Oubre. Shot clock at 5. And again, Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Here's Westbrook. Outside for Porter. Second chance shot. It's Najee, high post. Here's Strother. Goes up with it again. The shot by Najee, no good. 76ers trail by 4. Pass to Drummond. It's rebounded by Najee. So it's Denver now. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Porter from outside. The shot won't fall.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Gordon outside. And here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
Tell you what, that was a power play by Drummond there. He's made a career out of stress testing the rims.
Here's Porter. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far. And when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
And there it is for him. Maxey's got his first points of the night. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Now a timeout called by Denver. So it's Denver now. Here's Brown. He's scoreless. Pass to Jokic. From outside the arc. And again, it's Denver missing. The Sixers trailing Now here's Harris. Ivy outside. Here's Grimes. Down low. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Here's Harris. Goes back up. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. And Denver has possession. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown from behind the arc. Connects from downtown. Brown's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 76ers trail by 5. Ivy outside. Here's Grimes. Defended by Murray. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. Grimes has got his first points of the game.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
From deep, Jokic. And again, Denver with a 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Ivy. Beyond the arc. And the 3-pointer goes. Ivy's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Denver up 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball. Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
And here's Ivy. He's got 7 to the inside. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
You know, with his size and offensive versatility, the defense really has its hands full with Embiid.
And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. Here's Murray. He's got 5. Porter in the post. From the corner. And again, it's Denver converting.
That high release of the Joker, if you're defending him, you better stay home.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes for the tie. Porter pulls it in. Here's Brown. And here's Jokic. Tries again. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Porter with it. And it's Ivy picking him up. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his second personal.
It's going to be on Jaden Ivey. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter. Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Now here's Ivy. He's got 7. Drummond for 3.
Really good job by the coaching staff, I think, on the defensive end. Much more energy and effort since halftime and really making their opponents work for every good shot.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Porter. Back to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, Jokic powers it in.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Murray from outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Ivy. There's the drive. Uses the glass on the layup. Ivy's got 9.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Murray's shot is good.
Well, Murray absolutely has that range. He just needs to find the look he likes, and he'll knock it down.
Launches it. Ivy's shot is off. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They're getting quality looks.
37.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Right side Watson. Back to Jokic. Over Drummond. Some solid defense from Drummond.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Now Maxey. Defended by Murray. Gordon outside. To the middle. Here's Drummond. Not going to go that time. Good D by Jokic. The Nuggets lead by 14. Outside Murray. Jokic the screen. Tries it from the top of the key. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
This is Maxey at his best, attacking the lane and finishing at the rack.
Murray with it. Screen by Watson. Here's Jokic. Misses the baby hook.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Here's Maxey. Here's Drummond. Great D that time from Jokic.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
This is what Porter Jr. does. I mean, he has this unique ability and effortless way of just taking over games.
Here's Maxey. And the layup is good off the glass. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And it's Jokic missing. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Out of bounds. It'll be Nuggets ball. So it's Denver now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. An open look for Porter. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Porter's got 20.
And he's finding the bottom of the net consistently. Porter Jr. is scoring with ease.
And it's Maxey missing.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Murray's shot is good.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
Jokic. And it's Bona with a rebound.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Gordon, right side. The kick out to Maxey. Clock at 6. It's tipped.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfect.
Murray, no good. 76ers trail by 15.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Nuggets.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a huge performance it was for Nikola Jokic.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight.
And that one drops. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
To the wing on the left. Now Jokic. And he can't bank that one in.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
That's his first personal.
Gordon outside. And so it's Denver with the W. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And that'll do it, folks.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off that loss. Gordon a screen. Here's Murray. And it's Curry with the rebound. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Gordon a screen. Back to Murray. Stolen by Thompson. Pushing it up. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. Now, I asked him about the challenge they face in defending Steph Curry. He said Steph is so hard to contain because of his constant movement off the ball. Conventional defenses won't work against him. The matchups will be fluid. He'll see a lot of different guys coming at him. He's looking and needing a total group effort. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Free throw, good. Jokic. Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. Yeah, he seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down to earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Here's Porter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Pass to Jokic. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
There's just no stopping Jokic on the inside.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Curry on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Now, here's Porter. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Murray. It's deflected. Right side, Kuminga. And a miss there on the triple. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now Murray, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Murray. Podziemski grabs the board.
Well, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble.
Inside, here's Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got his second bucket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Thompson. And here is Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Murray. And good that time.
When Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Golden State moving the ball around. And that one's good. Green.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
And stolen by Watson. Here's Jokic. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain that.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And it's Schroeder missing.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Outside Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Wallace a screen. Here's Schroeder. No good on the last second attempt there. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Nuggets in. 14. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
You know, something else they've done really, really well, and I know the analytics don't support it, but they've made the most out of their mid-range jumper opportunities.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Westbrook drives in. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
You know, one of the things about Westbrook that has always been evident is incredible motor, especially when he's heading to the rack.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And it's Jokic missing. The Warriors trail it. Nobody near Schroeder. Offensive rebound. And it's Wallace with the jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it. Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Hits it from 3-point range.
From beyond the arc, Schroeder can be so effective. Defenses need to watch him out there. You can't sleep on him at the 3-point line.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 8. Oh, Jokic powering inside.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
There's Schroeder. Count that bucket. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Now here's Westbrook. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. It's good from long range. Jokic has got 13 points.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted. There's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand this, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report.
and he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Westbrook with the bucket.
You know, Westbrook able to score from anywhere. Just is so assertive and confident in what he can do out there.
Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Tonight it's been all Joker all the time. He's been pouring it on here.
Pass to Green. Back to Curry. Green with the ball. His three-pointers off the mark. Now Westbrook. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
To the inside. Curry with the steal. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Murray with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Jokic. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Up top, Curry. A shot off that time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Denver on top, leading by just 1. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And Thompson throws it down. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Now here's Murray to the right side. Jokic inside. Lays it up off the glass. Jokic has got 19 points.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
Curry way outside from beyond the arc and then some. And the Warriors lead by 2. Pass to Watson. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Outside for Murray. To the paint. Over Thompson. That misses off the backboard.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in 2-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last in 3-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
Here's Curry following the basket by Jokic. They kick it out to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Green, the screen. Curry outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Nuggets trail. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Watson the screen. Here's Murray. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. Start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Delicious dime from Curry there. One of the reasons his teammates love playing with him.
There's a screen. Jokic with it. Now Green defending. Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
And it's Schroeder missing. A tight game here in Denver. .132 left in the third. They're whistled for a blocking foul, and he'll head to the line. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And here are the Warriors now. Healed outside. Takes the three. And it's Schroeder missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Pass to Porter. To the middle. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game. Always looking to bring the thunder.
Now Wallace. To the inside. Porter pulls it in. Denver in the lead. That one drops for him. Porter's got 7.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Inside, it's Wallace. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You can rely on Schroeder's passing ability. He does a good job finding and setting up shooters.
Outside, Porter. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
6 seconds left to play in the third. Johnson for 3. He's off from 3. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments. Tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Nuggets now on offense. A 2-point game. Murray outside. Down low. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Hey, and we all know Gordon's a terrific jammer. He loves throwing it down.
Healed outside. To the paint, and the jam by Wallace.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Murray outside. A three-pointer, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Back to Schroeder. Inside. The second effort. Kicks it out to Johnson. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Deep two from Murray. Here's Gordon. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Gordon's got the lead up to 4 now for Denver.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle with their offensive end.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Schroeder hits them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Substitution for the Warriors.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Porter. 6 to shoot. To the left wing. Here's Jokic. Oh, soft hands from Jokic.
Well, he's so crafty, a really tricky player. I mean, Jokic likes to go with the floater when the defense least expects it.
Outside Curry. Green with the ball. On the wing, Thompson. Golden State moving it around. Curry buries the 3-shot.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Porter looking it over. Warriors with the rebound. Curry with it. Now defended by Jokic. Pass to Pajemski. Thompson outside. Now here's Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Kuminga. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Jokic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, Jokic is a true point center because he can do it all. He'll lead the break at times. He's one of the most unique talents in the NBA.
And he does get the second one. And that narrows the gap to 1. Outside, Kuminga. Going inside. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Right side, Porter. Curry with the steal. Here's Thompson. Off with the layup. Outside for Curry. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game as a result of good defense has been very strong. How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. Told his guys, focus up right now. Everybody needs to be on the same page out there. Let's go out there and take this game right now. Big words, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Thompson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gordon with the defensive effort. Here's Murray. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Curry with a wide open look. Nails the tray.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
There's Porter with the three. And here is Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother. I mean, road